So on the topic of forgiveness, and resentment. We hear about forgiveness all the time and about how we ought to do it for ourselves and for other people. But I would just like to clarify a little bit on what I think about forgiveness. And for me, it's tied in with resentments. That's what you're forgiving when you're forgiving somebody or yourself. You're forgiving the resentments. And to clarify what resentment means, to me anyway, most people, as far as I know, have the idea that resentment just means a yucky, gross feeling that you have towards somebody. And that is correct partially, but that's not the whole story. A resentment, if you break the word down, it's resentment. Resent. You're resending. You are resending something. And ment is just mentation, it's mental. So you're resending something through your mentation. So you take any particular interaction you've had with somebody, and if it left an emotional imprint on you, once that interaction is over, it should just be over and gone, and not picking up weight like a snowball and gathering up mass over time. That's what we do with resentments. You take something that has an emotional attachment, and it doesn't have to be negative. There can be positive resentments also. It's really any emotional attachment that's holding you to that interaction after it's gone. So if you had a fight with somebody, after it's done, you start resending the stuff through your mind, through your mentation. And you're doing a replication, you're doing duplication of the original event. The original event only happened once. And if you have resentments, if you're resending it, you're creating multiple iterations in your mind, and you're holding on to that thing. So if you're mad at somebody and they've gone out of your physical presence, you're resending that information through your mind with a little bit of different emotional emphasis one way or the other every time. You're adding baggage onto yourself. You're duplicating and unnecessarily duplicating the experience over and over and over. So every experience you can resend as many times as you want and add new emotional flavoring and coloring to it. And the reason I say it's not all bad is because this resending of the information through your mind, that's how you create the future. That's how you think of something in the past and you repackage it. You put some new flavoring and glitter on top. And then you have a new future possibility. But the problem is when we have negative resentments and we keep resending the information mentally, and we stay stuck, and it takes up time. And therefore, bye-bye present moment, right? How can you be present if you're resending all kinds of past information over and over? And the way to deal with and resolve resentments, the way to deal with and resolve the sending of information over and over unnecessarily is to go and talk with the person. Or if you have a resentment about a entity, a government or a school or a thought form, if it's not something that you can directly communicate with, then you can even look at it in your mind and allow it to be released. You can write down on the paper what that thing is doing to you. Why are you resending the information? Why do you need to recycle this in your head over and over? Why is it pulling you out of the present moment? And if you're able to live here and now for as much as possible, when things happen to you, you don't have to keep resending the information. Once it's done, you just release it, and it's gone, and you don't have mental baggage. And also, you're not creating fantasies about people that has nothing to do with what's actually going on with that person. If that person isn't in your physical presence and you're thinking about them, or they're causing weight on your mind, you are projecting, and it may or may not have anything at all to do with that person as they are. And the best way to find out how that person is as they are is to call them, or to visit them, or to speak with them. When you forgive, you allow this recycling bullshit in your mind to resolve itself, and you free yourself up to actually live in the moment, and you're happy. Gotta go. Bye.